get to our guys. They're making their way on a bus from Los Angeles, where last week's Thursday night football game was, to MetLife, where this Thursday's football game is. Their podcast is outstanding. It's called Fitz and Whit, and Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andrew Whitworth themselves are joining us right here on the Rich Eisen Show from a bus. Good to see you guys. How are you?
What's going on, Rich?
We're surviving, Rich. We're surviving.
So, listen, I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. As you know, I've got lots to promote. I've got this show. I've got NFL Network, and I'm not doing that to say anything other than the fact that I could not imagine promoting anything that I do by driving across the country in a bus. I just won't do it. I just don't understand what you guys are doing. I understand it's attention getting. I understand that you've stopped in some interesting spots, certainly personal spots to you guys, but what are you doing? Is basically what I'm saying right now. What are you doing?
Well, Rich, it's one of those things, you got to be careful what you say you're willing to do. So we went to the Amazon NASCAR coverage this summer. We had a blast, and we got back, and we're just telling Spoon, our producer, like, that was so much fun. We kind of want to get an RV and do something like that next year. And he said, what if you guys did a Thursday night football game? We're like, oh, that would be awesome. We'd love to do that. And then lo and behold, a month later, he said, we actually got you guys a bus and you're doing it. And we were like, wait, did we say we would do it? I guess we did. So we're in. So here we are.
Okay. I'm just looking at some other Thursday night football visits you could have done a lot closer than Los Angeles to New Jersey.
That's a whole lot more.
Not as cool. Not as cool, Rich.
Okay, yeah, I'm like looking right here. Listen, I'm glad you've done it because obviously it's interesting. And two, is it true you stopped at a certain fast food establishment that has a history for one of you two? Is that true?
Well, that was part of it. We were in St. Louis, which is where I was drafted, and I was engaged at McDonald's. And so I was able to bring Andrew into the exact booth that I got engaged at. Unfortunately, it's been renovated a little bit. The great part about it, it's still connected to a gas station. So we had to walk through the gas station to get to the booth. But yeah, there's been a lot of good memories. Look at this one here, Rich.
What do we have?
We ate at a barbecue joint, Eli's in Cincinnati yesterday. This was on the wall, $350. The best $350 I've ever spent, besides maybe this cowboy hat. We've been having a good time. A lot of good stops.
Okay. Is that you, Andrew? That's
it is. It's
Ron. What is that? What is that? Is it a paint by numbers? What do we have here? What do we have?
It's a painting of Andrew. His beard's just starting to go gray. So we figured this was like,
2013, somewhere in there.
Okay. Was that from the game where you got ejected because Fitz got involved in something and then ran away, and you're the one who got the gate, not him? Is that from that game?
No, this is years later. I wasn't speaking to Fitz at this point. This is post the fight, getting ejected.
Rich, another thing that we did, we stopped by the Utah Jazz practice facility. This dude, he looks like Sam Perkins. Like, I mean, he hit 8 3-pointers in a row when we walked into the gym. Jason Terry was there just shaking his head going,
Jason Terry liked my game.
Guy? Yeah.
He liked my game.
Damn. Are you serious? You've got you've got like Karl Anthony Towns, big man with a 3-point game? Is that what you're saying?
I got a little touch, Rich. I mean, you don't have 4 kids for nothing. You know what I mean? I got a little touch. What do you want me to say?
Okay.
Well, what he doesn't have, he tried to ice skate too with the man.
I don't have any skating
skills.
Didn't
go very well.
No skating skills.
We're learning a lot about each other.
So, is this bus moving right now? By the way, are you moving?
Yeah, Rich, we're rolling.
Yes.
Come on, baby.
This is incredible.
I literally thought you were stopped doing this, but you're like shaking up and down a little bit. So, where are you literally right now?
We're almost to Philadelphia. We're headed to go meet up with Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson.
Okay.
So we're going to go meet up with those guys, bring them on the bus, show them a little bit.
Okay. So then this is a perfect segue. What do you think is going on in that locker room right now? There always seems to be like a simmer. I don't know if that's a Philadelphia thing or not. When you're just wondering underneath that lid, is it boiling? Is it boiling over? You know what I mean? You picking up what I'm saying about this team?
Yeah, but I mean, it was at a simmer last year too, and they won the Super Bowl. So, I mean, this team, they're just so talented. And I think the great thing about the Eagles is they're going to have time to work through this stuff, and they'll continue to win football games. New offensive coordinator in Kevin Patullo this year. they're breaking in some new stuff there. His relationship with Jalen Hurts, and then the receivers. They're going to find some things that work for them. Saquon's going to get going. But the great thing is they're so talented on offense and defense that they're going to continue to win games as they work through some of this.
You feel the same way?
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. Yeah, I do. But I mean, we forget last year this team was 2-2, and at the bye week they were having kumbaya meetings. So, we were right here in this spot last year. But the only difference is this year they have a better record. They've already earned the opportunity to miss some games if they have to. But the truth is they're 4-1. They got a schedule that shows they play the Giants twice over the next 3 weeks and the Minnesota Vikings. So then they go into their bye. I mean, they have a real opportunity to be 7-1. And I mean, listen, I'll take all the problems in the world to be 7-1. That would be a great thing to be. So to me, I think when you look at this football team, it's what Fitz just said. I mean, up front, they still have a ton of talent. They still have a lot of guys on the outside that can play. Jalen Hurts proved what he can do in the biggest moments. So I think this is one of those things that when a team's really special and good, we did this to the Chiefs for years. We'd sit here and say the Chiefs aren't going to win. The Chiefs have problems. The Chiefs have issues. And the next thing you know, they're still winning Super Bowls and they're still playing in AFC championships every year. I think Philly's one of those teams. They're really good, so we love to pick them apart. But the reality is they're 4-1. They just lost their first game. So I think we need more to see them struggle and see some of these things actually come to life and be things that hurt them as a football team for us to really judge them right now.
Fitzpatrick, Andrew Whitworth, you also get to enjoy these guys, not just on Thursday Night Football, but Fitz and Wit, a podcast that they've been doing for quite some time. New episodes every Wednesday on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast through Wave Sports Entertainment. So I guess, which is the best team right now in the NFL through 5 weeks? Which one? What do you got for me? I got a power rankings that I'm doing later on.
And you know what? I think it may be the team that started the season the worst.
Detroit
Lions. I think the Detroit Lions right now might be the best team.
All right, I'm still going to stick with the Buffalo Bills, even though they lost.
So that's your Super Bowl pick, Lions-Bills.
Sure, yeah. It looks good now. I had Baltimore pretty high too, but I think we're all wrong about that one. Rich.
Well, I know they're 1-4, and I think they're going to be 1-5, and then they got a bye, and
they got the bye week.
I know that, and so we're assuming Lamar's going to come back at that point. Roquan won't be too far behind, one would think, and suddenly now they can, obviously going ahead and losing only once or twice the rest of the way is a tall order. But don't you think if any team could do it, it would be them and winning the division anyway?
I do, but. Yeah, if you're giving up 40 points a game, it becomes very difficult to win football games. So they've got to get some stuff figured out on the defensive end for sure.
Okay. And so you like the Lions the best. And so which team outside of the Ravens that had Super Bowl aspirations in your mind, or might still, it gives you the most concern right now?
You know what? I've given this opinion for the last 2.5 years. The Chiefs concern me. And they've proven me wrong over and over and over again, but it just seems like a different Chiefs team this year. And this is obviously coming off the loss, them being 2-3, but I don't think it's going to end well for the Chiefs this year.
You agree with?
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be that year. I think that when you look at it, I think this Broncos team is surging. They're getting better and better. Bo Nix, in every experience, you can see more and more who he is and why Sean Payton believes in him so much. And I think when you look at them, how they play on the defensive line, the offensive line, I see them as a team that could cause some noise in this thing as it goes, because they are built to win playoff football. When you can protect the quarterback, you can run it well. And then defensively, you can get after the quarterback on the other side of the ball. Nick Bonito, man, what a special football player he is and how he started this season. I think that you look at them, I see them as a team that could creep up in there, and they match up really well against some of these contenders we're talking about, because they are really good at a lot of spots. But one of the most important ones, defensive line and offensive line, they can play with anybody, and they just showed that last week against the Eagles.
And you just saw the Niners last week at 4-1, shorthanded. Mac Jones doing what he is doing. How dangerous do you think the Niners can be long term? I know Nick Bosa's out, but we're going to get some other guys back, and they are going to be operating from a 4-1 base.
Yeah, I think it's one of those teams that, to me, I look at it like what the Lions did last year when they lost Aiden Hutchinson. Could you see the Niners try to go out and try to find some way to replace him with another guy through a trade before the deadline? Because when you look at this, they've been down this many guys. They still have this opportunity where they're at the lead in their division. They're 4-1, and they've got an opportunity to go really get ahead of things as guys get healthier. They've already got the lead. They're only going to get better. And when you survive moments like that, I think the resilience of your football team, the energy, the belief they have that every week we can go out and win, you've already proven that. And now you're only going to get healthier, and that's only going to get easier to go out and compete at a really high level as Kittle and some of these guys come back. And then we'll be interested to see as Ayuk, if he ends up coming back later this season as a part of this thing. Man, if they can get one more guy on that defensive line front that could get after the quarterback, this team is proven, because I think the Rams are a really good team, and I think they're one of the top NFC contenders. To be able to go out and beat them on Thursday, I think they've shown who they are, and if they get healthy, man, watch out for the Niners.
Okay, so last day on the bus, right? This is it, correct?
Last day. Rich.
We got to make some decisions, though. We may just willfully sleep on the bus Wednesday night too. We'll see.
We have not missed a night. We have hotels nearby. Doesn't matter. We stayed on the bus. We've committed to our goal, and we've reached it. So now it's kind of feels like, Rich, we might just need to sleep outside MetLife in the bus. I mean, it just forget the New York City hotel. I mean, who cares?
Please tell me how Al Michaels reacted when he heard you were doing this. Can you tell me? How he reacted when he heard you?
Said he would. I think he said he'd throw an orange down to us when he flew over us in his jet. So he couldn't believe it. That's for sure.
He loves his red wine. I know it, and so do I. I just wonder how blackout he would have to be in order to consider even doing this for 5 seconds. What you were doing.
We'd like to walk him through the bus, though. We'll walk him through the bus. We'll offer him some beef jerky.
That's
get a little bit left.
Now that would be content I would consume in 2 seconds flat.
Getting him up on the top bunk in the.
But the next Thursday night game's in Cincinnati. We could just go back. The bus knows how to get there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I can get him.
All right, last
I think
one.
For the sakes of our marriage, we're gonna fly back.
Perfect segue to how I finish this. Fitz, walk me through the process of why there was a proposal to your wife in a McDonald's and how you did it. Was it in a Big Mac box and you just opened it? Like what was it?
Keep in mind, Rich, I want to set the scene.
Please.
It's a McDonald's and a gas station. And not only that, but the McDonald's actually windows face the pumps. So it's a beautiful, romantic.
Okay.
There's a lot of action.
You're kind of getting a chance to watch everybody pump their gas as you eat your cheeseburger.
Sure.
Let's just say I got stuck in a very sticky situation where from the store that we were at to our home, I had to propose because there was an error on a bank statement. She wanted to go check at home. She was going to see the ring was purchased.
Got it.
So I asked her, do you want to go to Fleming's, Ruth Chris, a steakhouse?
Sure.
Do you want to go sit by the lake? No, it's November. It's cold. I don't want to do that. Let's go to McDonald's. Okay, yes, McDonald's. She went with a 2 cheeseburger meal and 6 nuggets. So I decided to do it between the second and third nugget with the sweet and sour on her fingers.
Well done. Pro move.
And the ring was bigger than a nugget, right? Just like what Travis gave to his intended. Yes. No.
You know what? I was a rookie. But it did slip right on with that sweet and sour sauce on the finger. I'll tell you that.
Guys, great to see you. Hang in there. Sorry that your rule got broken. Things happen. And the Fitz and Wit podcast available wherever you get your podcasts again every Wednesday on YouTube or new episodes. And then there's Thursday Night Football. Enjoy that in MetLife and then beyond. Always great to see you guys. I'll have you back together individually, however you wish, anytime here.
All right, if we decide to do this again next year, we'll invite you. It feels like you feel like you're missing out a little bit, Rich.
I'll be straight up with you right now. I've got something to do. I don't know what it is, but I will have something to do.
Out?
Yeah. I'm in the Al Michaels camp.
Brother.
I am flat out in the Al Michaels camp. But I think you guys already sensed that about me.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andrew Whitworth here in the Rich Eisen Show. Delightful humans. Delightful.